What up, though? It's nature. Listen, for years I've been getting the pushback on any subject I bring up regarding women. Women tend to not want to hear anything a man has to say about the subject just because he's a man. Not because he's lying. Not because, there's no truth to the situation. It's just, I don't want to have you telling me about my shortcomings. I don't want to have a man telling me as a woman where I'm fucking up at. Okay, I'm not the best mom. No, I'm not the best daughter. I'm not the best friend. I'm not the best worker. I'm not the best anything. I don't strive to try to be the best. I bullshit. I lollygag. I don't like motherfucking. I procrastinate. I don't like accountability. I don't like nobody holding my feet to the fire when I say I want to do some shit. And it can be shit for herself. You gonna work out? Hell yeah, I'm gonna start working out Monday. Matter of fact, wake me up Monday at 6 a.m. I'm gonna go running. Can you go with me? Reluctantly, sure. Because I'm thinking, are you really gonna stand by what you wanna do? 5:55 come. Hey. It's time to get up. God damn, see? That's what I'm talking about. Fucking with me, I'm sleeping. I ain't trying to help your weak ass no more. You don't even want to do for yourself. How the fuck can a woman who don't do for herself right think that a man or anyone else can rely on you all the time when you obviously don't care about yourself enough? I don't care about myself because I'm always doing for someone else. Bitch, if you don't do for you, you ain't doing shit for nobody else. You subpar. Let's listen. Let's hear what a woman got to say about it.
And the baby's coming out. Fellas, again, focusing yourself. That's what it is. Now, look, fellas, I always say the worst thing a man could do is listen to a woman advice. But this chick right here, she is keeping it real. And you gotta respect that. So check this out.
This message is solely for men. Okay? Men should not be with a woman that they like more. Women are supposed to like their man more. And of course, I already know y'all gonna be like, River, what you talking about? No, because I need my man to be sweating over me. No, you don't. Because women have a tendency that when they have a man in the palm of their hands, they don't know what to do with that. They don't know what to do with the quote unquote power. They don't know what to do with those feelings. And what they end up doing is treating him bad, disregarding him, because they can have him at their every whim. They start to kind of like disregard him, disrespect him. Okay? You see, men know how to marginalize things. Men are very intelligent. They know how to be like, okay, well, she likes me more, but guess what? She might not have been my first choice, but it doesn't mean that that's going to stop me from marrying her. It doesn't mean that's going to stop me from staying with her and being with her, because you know what? I prioritize my respect more than anything, and she meets me there. She doesn't stress me out. She's peaceful. She's calm. She's kind. She's attractive. I may have been interested in this person, but guess what? I'm going to take this person because I can trust them with me. Okay. Women, on the other hand, are quite the contrary. Okay? Women will see a guy who is all over them, head over heels for them, and you know what they do? In their mind, they take that man for a fool.
Facts.
They turn around and be like, well, you the one that chose me. I could treat you any kind of way because I was doing you a favor by being with you. Men don't tend to say that. That's not a normal behavior for a man to say, well, I'm doing you a favor by being with you because I could be with anybody. That's more of what women say. Majority of the time, women are saying, well, I could be with anybody. You're the one who chose me. You're the one who married me. You're the one who did this. You're the one who did that. I didn't force you. Women tend to throw that in people's faces. Mm-hmm. A woman who is genuinely in love with a man or genuinely likes a man like so much, there's going to be a lot of things that she's going to be willing to do.
Facts.
Right? She's going to be in her most moldable and cooperative state because she wants to present her best self to this man so that she does not lose him.
Absolutely.
So she's going to be on guard. She's going to be respectful. She's going to honor him.
She better.
She might come out of line because, you know, she might not be perfect or whatever the case is. And he might have to, you know, talk to her a certain way or tell her what it is that he wants to mold her to the type of woman that he wants to be with.
Mm-hmm.
But she's going to be sitting there like, yeah, I'm down. I'm ready. Whatever.
She better be.
I'll do it. Yeah, sure.
Damn Skippy.
She's going to be accepting of change.
Absolutely.
Because of how much she values him. Going to be accepting of change. Because of how much she values him. You see, when a woman don't like you like that, you can't even talk to her too hard.
Facts.
I'm being real.
I know.
You can't even talk to her too hard because she's going to be like, I know this man that I barely even like is not talking to me like that. I know this man that I gave a shot and who I gave the opportunity to be with me is not talking down to me or is not raising his voice or is not telling me what he demands and what he doesn't demand or what he asking what I bring to the table. I know he's not doing that because he was my second choice.
Dang.
That's just how it works.
Dang,
a lot of people don't like to think about the double standards, but there are double standards. There are, because we are just made differently. Men and women have a lot of similarities, but they have extreme differences. And you know where a lot of those differences are? In our brain. The way our brains are wired, the way that we think. And women also, we have a womb. So our hormones and everything, we just are wired extremely differently. And that is okay. We have different strengths, different powers. There's nothing wrong with that. Although when you say this to a woman, they get so upset. Oh, well, no, we're just saying what they say. No, we're different. And I don't know why there's a problem with us being different. Like, that's completely okay. Completely okay. But it doesn't matter, again, the background.
Man, look, man. Shouts to her. She definitely kept it 1,000. She definitely was brutally honest as a woman. Because listen, most women is not going to tell you the truth. This chick right here, she definitely put it all out there. And by the way, man, y'all should check out her channel. I think is Rivera TV. You know what I'm saying? But I respect honesty. And fellas, it is what it is. You know, like I always tell you dudes, man, the more you love these women, the more they lose interest for you. It's like I always tell you dudes, fam, it's easy to get the pussy. Just don't fall in love and go.
Let's hear about Atlanta. Say dating in Atlanta is getting worse because of this.
Download the Domino's app today and become a Piece of the Pie Rewards member to earn points toward free pizza.
This man has a whole girlfriend that he's been dating for a long time.
But yeah, I feel like in Atlanta, the Africans done took over the dating scene, and everybody's dating the same 3 Africans.
Which Africans, though?
2 of them are from Nigeria, 1 is from Ghana.
I need like 10,000. My car about to get repoed. I'm about to get a picture from my place. I would let you hit, but
It's God's beat maker.
And I don't know. I will put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto youth them.
I miss dating in like New York. I feel like Atlanta, everybody's dating the same 3 Africans. It's just, it's a lot going on. I don't see girls get their wig beat off.
Is what you're saying?
I'm not saying, well, I love Africans. I love Caribbean men. I love African men. I love black men, period. You know, black men, they take seasoned. They, you know, they wash their legs and they do shit like that, you know, that's very appealing to me. But yeah, I feel like in Atlanta, the Africans done took over the dating scene, and everybody's dating the same 3 Africans.
Which Africans, though?
2 of them are from Nigeria, 1 is from Ghana.
Okay.
Them niggas got the dating scene in a chokehold. Them niggas got the dating scene. Yo, literally, there was a girl who lived in my building I used to be cool with. Literally was dating an African who lived in the same building. I'm talking about I done been to his apartment with her, done sat down, ate some jollof rice. It was spicy as hell. That's why I prefer Ghana jollof instead of Nigerian.
Okay.
But back to the point. So they was in a relationship. Well, one day she shows up. She comes home to the building. She shows up to her front door, and his real girlfriend was waiting for her at her door. His real girlfriend, who his apartment was under her name because his profession, well, I ain't gonna get into all that. Make a long story short, her wig was beat off of her. By his real girlfriend, and his Rolex, the Rolex that he gave her was also beaten off her as well. No. So I said, you know what? Yeah, y'all gotta let these 3 African niggas go.
Man, Africans doing it like that in Atlanta, I just thought the ratio is off in terms of women having to share men. But 3 Africans is clapping all the cheeks in Atlanta? Is that what's really happening? Guys, do your thing. If you got women like that and they're competing, hey, ladies, if you want to go ahead and deal with the same guy, sometimes you have to share it when you live in a city like that. But when it comes to you getting rollies beat off you and getting wigs beat off you and stuff like that, you just have to compete. It's hard enough, right? Because what do they say? 20% of the men are sleeping with 80% of the women. So with that being said, even in Atlanta, guys, it may be a little bit different. But ladies, y'all know y'all tend to date the same guy, want to be with the same guy, try to compete to be with the same guy, even though there's a plethora of men. But it's even worse. It's definitely harder in Atlanta, man. But let's get on to this next clip. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to see because I might need to hold something because shit. I need like 10,000. My car about to get repoed. I'm about to get evicted from my place. I would let you hit, but you know I'm on my period right now and I don't even got no pass for real, so I couldn't really take my time. I mean, but if you're into something like that, we can figure it out.
Bitch, do I look like your therapist, counselor, or something? Don't be talking to me about your motherfucking problem. I don't want to hear that shit. You think you about to get something in?
Shout out to Buddy, man. And ladies, I tell fellas, when you talking to ladies, you trying to disarm her and get her to express herself and talk. It is refreshing when you get a woman that's full of nothing but positive vibes and she not spilling all her baggage onto you, especially on the first date. And I get this is Atlanta, but it's not just Atlanta. This seems to be everywhere. Women will tell you, I'm behind on my rent. I need a bill paid, all this other stuff. I would deliver the buns, even though that ain't even the case. But she 10 racks. I think Herb Gotti was just on Drink Champs. He said he had a bad Dominican asking him for 25 grand. I told you about my Dominican story. Even after all this time, she asked me for 5 grand. And I'm like, what the heck? I ain't even talked to you all this time. You been fronting on a player. Now you just gonna show up in my life and ask me for 5 grand? Yo, it's crazy. Baby, just say, yo, I'm selling it. You gonna talk about on these first dates, ladies, y'all talking about your baby daddies. It's a lot of this stuff you dying to get out. And if a man is willing to listen to it, and I get it, fellas, sometimes you want to listen to it. You want to get her to talk. That way you are able to procure the buns. And at that point, you going about your business. You can make false promises. Say, baby, we can make some money together, but I'm not about to be giving you no money. Or you can play that role and make her seem, since she want to come at you like that, you can play the role and be like, yeah, I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to hold you down. And clap the cheeks and go about your business. But that's just one of those things. Women, if they're that bold, you can be bold as well. Just my thoughts. Anyway, let's get on to this next clip. Let's go.
Men are so unserious. Let's talk about it. So there's this guy that I see all the time, and we always talk in passing when we see each other. I do not have this man's number. We've never seen each other outside of where we always see each other. The other day, he's like, I need to talk to you. I'm like, okay, cool. Pull me to the side. He's like, I really like you. I'm interested in you. I'm really feeling you. But I just know I'm not ready for you. Mind you, we've never went on any dates, never talked on the phone. He don't even have my number. So the feeling is not mutual. I have class, so I'm listening. Also, you gassing me up, so I'm all ears. But I'm just like, okay, thank you. So I finished doing what I'm doing. And later, when I'm about to leave, he comes to get me again. And he like, so what do you think about what I said? And I'm like,
you alright. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like you cool and shit. Like,
I respect it. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't feel the same way about you. the way that I talk to you and greet you, and that's how I talk to everybody. I'm just a friendly person. I'm very social, but trust me, when I like somebody, they know I like them. So I'm like, I respect it, and I think that it's very commendable for you to come up to me and for you to even like recognize that. That's what I say. I guess I could have just said I don't like you, but either way, that's not the point. The point is, I get on Instagram a few days later, and this man has a whole fucking I'm gonna spell. This man has a whole girlfriend that he's been dating for a long time. And again, I'm not interested in him, so I'm not even tripping that you're off the market. I could care less. It's just that you are so unserious. I was minding my business, you was minding your business. Like, why offer a lot to somebody, especially knowing that like we follow each other? What the fuck? But child, anyway, girl, but I said all that to say that mental illness is at an all-time high. Clearly you're insane in the membrane, because you came up to me. You could have just remained faithful. You could have just stayed where you was at, but you came up to me being a dog. But wait.
So that sound like some game Buddy was running. He's exercising his options. You said you wasn't interested, but you came and made a whole video about it because he popped up on Instagram with his old lady. Maybe they was going through some things. Things happen. Women do the same thing. All of a sudden, they don't volunteer that information, but they got a whole dude at the crib and they just want to get their cheeks clapped or want to entertain a man because they're going through some things. Women do this all the time, so it wasn't an issue. He wasn't even thinking about you anymore at this point. Obviously, you're thinking about him making this clip here, but baby, it happens.
Okay, story time update, because new information has been gathered about the guy that I told y'all about, who told me he was interested in me, but he just wasn't ready for me. But turns out he has a whole girlfriend. And this is going to be 2 topics in one. So come to find out, he's polygamous. He's polygamist. Y'all know what I mean. He believe in having 2 girlfriends at once. He believe in sister wives. And I was already uninterested, but that makes me like even further than uninterested. Like whatever more than uninterested is, that's what that information makes me. Everybody has the right to believe what they believe, but baby, I won't be a part of that. Didn't find out that information from him though, so he's still not an honest person. Okay, second part of the story. I told y'all I went on a park date, and I told y'all that he was cool, handsome guy, great conversation, but I just wasn't that interested because of some fundamental differences. Since we on the subject, the difference was polygamy. What are the odds? What are the odds? What are the odds?
Shout out to this young lady right here. I looked at some of her videos. Yeah, she works on her body. Shout out to that sister for the natural look. Not right here, but she had a natural look going. She's doing her thing. But this happens all too often. I did a story time about a woman who was asking me to be exclusive with her, and then she pops up engaged. Like immediately pops up engaged. So this is what people do. Women do it a lot. That's why I always tell you fellas, when I get it, it's not your job when you're initially talking to a woman to ask her if she's in a relationship. If she's talking to you, you talk or whatever, because sometimes you may turn her off. Maybe she may be going through some things. She may be going through a breakup. Her boyfriend might smoke me. Hey man, it is what it is. You know it happens. But ladies, it is what you wasn't interested, so why make the video? It happens all the time. You're friendly, you turn him down, but he said he wasn't ready for you. He was hoping that maybe you would convince him. Maybe that was his game, but maybe it wasn't. Anyway, let me